greatest piece of 3D software nearly on the market. So when you get to Daz, what you basically got to do is get used to this incredible editor. Now I want to show you one of the most important things I just learned, and it took a while, but go up to Window, go to your viewports, your workspace, select Layout, right? And this little window will open up. This is the key, okay? Now you can change it to full service beta, which will give you, bang, a layout like this, or we can go to a self-serve, and that one. Now there's a couple of all different ones. You can have multiple panels, you can have top and bottoms and all that business, alright? So you can pretty well go like Unreal Engine and have as many panes and viewports as you want. Now workspace, I'm just going to go back to the one that I like, which is City Limits, okay, and hit accept. Now it's also important to go up to your Windows and Workspace and save your layout as, right? So this will open up, and then you can basically save that one as a little name, and it's done. And then we should be able to go up to Workspace, Viewports, Workspaces, Customize, and this is where we can basically add a lot of the actions that we want. So if we were to go to Animate and then Apply, Accept, okay, so you can move the bars right over. What's nice, they sort of set up that you can basically have it so that if you need any of these tabs, bang, they open up. Now that's one of the most important things, trying to be comfortable with your editor, okay? And then unlock, undock, so you can pretty well learn how to jump between those two, right? So there. Now when it comes to animation, nothing comes close to Daz, okay? If we were to go up into with your starter content, okay, all the things that you've got from actual Daz, right, they will be in here. Your accessories, anatomy, cameras, figures, and you can use a lot of them as the default. So if you went into your people and then your Genesis 8 starter, then down into your figures, and you can go to people, and if you want to, basically I've stuck with the Genesis 8 basic female and pardon me, and the man. I've got a lot of assets now, and one of the things you've got to remember with Daz is it is a rich man's hobby. When you learn Daz and you see what's in it, you realize this is for extremely rich people to do what they want with what they want. It's too personal to not be. So there's a lot of people out there who would like you to spend an absolute fortune buying every version of every product on every platform. Don't do it. Simply type in free download, Daz free download, iClone free download, whatever the hell you want, free download. You'll find it. There's a lot of people who are very annoyed the amount of money that people are charging, right? So now we come with our woman, and this is your basic figurine. What's really important is to remember that every time you grab any part of her body, okay, you can then thus move it, okay, left and right and all that round. Very important to go up and have your Animate 2, alright? So if we go to, where are we, Panes, Animate 2, right. Make sure you've got this installed, Animate 2. Have a look around the net for it. This is your recorder. Now I can slide this to any part. I can even get massive, right? If I want to bring my bar down to to this, right, I can have 300 frames, okay? But it'll take you about 25 years to make a movie that long. The shortcomings with Daz is that it's really only fallback. You need to have a very good computer to operate Daz. Simple as that. You've got to spend a bit of money. But what you spend, you will make up in excellent quality stuff. Now, just to sort of keep it clean, I'll sort of go over and put some clothes on it. Now, what I want to show you as well is your content library, right? So that's, say, a figurine. Oh, I was going to record something, wasn't I? If you, where position she is here, if I go to there, right, and then I turn her head that way, right, bang, she's going to turn her head back. Simple as that, right? And there she's turning her head. So that's how easy it is to record animation. Extremely easy, and you can move any part of their bodies to make it like that. Now, your content library is basically up here, and you will go up to, if you want, your edited preferences, your content manager. Whatever items that you get from Daz, or for Daz, from any website, put it all in one folder somewhere on your computer. Then go and find that folder, right? By adding new, and when you add new, locate that folder and add it, right? And basically, it becomes the default library for your Daz. So, understanding the little rundown here is the main thing, getting used to it. It's alphabetical, so that helps. And you'll one of the most important things is realizing that if I go to people, right, whatever you find most common. Now, I find Genesis 8, I'm just going to open that a little bit more. Genesis 8 female is my most common bracket. You can right-click that, create custom action. In the favorites, right, actually we can either put it in scripts or favorites, and we will put in here actually I'm going to put people. Keep it sort of correct to the thing, and then this will be Gen 8. Now I accept. Okay, and that will now be in my favorites, people Gen 8 folder. Bang, I go to that folder, and I've got them. So you can do that with pretty well everything, and you need to do that because it is impossible to find anything in this system again. So if we were to go down to characters, actually that's Genesis 8 content library. Actually, I'm in the wrong content library. Bang, I want to be in this one, my Daz library. Sorry about that. So if I go up to I want to show you, like I've shown you, a little bit of animation. You can pretty well sort of, like I said, you can get very, very pedantic and move any part of a body to anything. So that's how to basically move anyone and have them recorded. Now the second thing is you've got someone, make them look like someone, right? So if we go down, like I said, to people, this is all my models, and if I go to Genesis 8, now what I'm going to do is in my favorites, people do. What if I can delete that? No, probably not. Anyway, I'm going to remake this one, create custom action, and I could just make it that one instead, okay? So now it'll take me that one. Now anatomy, you can add vaginas and hair and all that business and pubic hair. Don't believe what anyone says. The aspects of developing a sex movie, sex organs, and having naughty film is the greatest in the 3D world. Okay, Daz is amazing with his anatomy. Now let's look at getting a bit of clothes. If we go to, it's as simple as once you've got your scene open. Okay, so you just make sure you highlight. You go up to your scene, highlight your Genesis 8 figure, and if we went to, all right, a beautiful outfit. Actually, I'll go something more casual. Alright, so bang, right? And that's how easily she is dressed. Give you an idea. Alright, now I'm going to pretty well close clothing off, go to hair, and we'll add some lovely hair. Make her blonde or brunette. What would you like her? Alright. And there you go. Right? And that's how easy it is to make a beautiful woman. I'll show you what that looks like in array rendering, which is why we love Daz. Look at that. No program can come close to that. Okay, that is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Alright. Now, there you go. Would you really go to any other program when you can so simply create a fantastic model like that? What you do next is you can either this is how good Daz is, right? We can go up to Anybox, right? And if I pick something like Car Chases, Genesis Alive, I'll show you something amazing, breathing, okay? And if I go to Genesis 8, and I'll go to Genesis breathing, her breathing, right? Now, look at that. Okay, can you see her? I've got 12 gig RAM, and I can't render that fast, right? But her, look at that. That's amazing. You just hold it over, and they'll be doing all these things, right? So there she is breathing. Now, if I was going to get a nice pose, oh sorry, I was going to show you a little bit more animation. If it doesn't fit, and then it's the wrong person. In other words, if it was a G3 motion and you hang it over a G8, then you're going to get sort of like a daggy square motion like that. Oh, sorry, I'll just turn it off there. The rendering, so it moves a bit easier. Yeah, you're going to get sort of stupid moves, and then you know that the motion is not for the person. So if we go to actually an 8 person, right? There you go, right? Now, double click that. There's your motion. You can right click that and fix it onto that person, but if not, sorry, I'll just move this little bar back to there so it stops it. Right? And that will just keep. Now how good is that motion? And you won't see that in iClone, okay? Or Unreal Engine, actually, to be honest. This is fantastic. Now you can just keep adding motions. If I wanted to add that one there, it will jump on the end. And then I could move that bar, I could move that bar up to there, and just press play. And there should go through all of her motions. Yeah, how good's that? Absolutely brilliant. Now, with that, if you don't add any of the naughty stuff, in other words, you don't add any genitals or hair, you can add a bit of hair to a vagina, that's pretty well it. You can't do much more, and if you do, you won't be able to load it into iClone to talk. Right? So you can load Daz in, you can put anything you want on them, and you can make them have vaginas, penises, everything like that, but you'll only be able to export them into iClone to get them to walk and move. Okay, they will not speak. You have to do a normal person. So go up to File, Export, and then you basically have a folder. I'll pick a new folder and call it Test. Right. And then we can give her a name, which is I'll call her Albi Gen 8. Right. And hit save. It's go over here now. Very important. I find FBX 2011 perfect for everything. Okay, it works. Collect your textures to a folder is good. Then the FBX will have its own separate folder. These three, they just work. Morphs are if you've done any actual morphs. I'll show you them soon. Locks are if you've taken the locks off the body so you can make it move even more. Definitely click your animations if you've added them. Have your props. There's no props there, so I can unclick that. Figures is her and select it. And you can hit. Like I said, I'll go on to props more later on. If I hit accept, Here. And it's not actually that long, considering that it was, she's quite a full woman, and she's got, nice hair and nice everything like that. Fairly decent animations on it, and yet, it'll only be a few minutes, and you'll actually have that girl and her dance. You can export it into, say, Character Creator or a program like that, and have it as a prop, and she will just be a single, an individual who does her dance. You can save her as a CC4. Hopefully, if it works, it's very debatable. It's up to each person. If you put too many heavy quality clothes on a Daz character, it's not going to go through. You're probably best doing a low-level person, like just a very basic plain avatar in Daz, with nice clothes on it, and send that over to iClone. You might be able to get the clothes over, and then send over a naked model of the person, because iClone cannot handle the quality of Daz. It destroys most things. But there's workarounds, And like I was saying, you can also take the motion from her, drag and drop that onto any iClone character, or have it on her. And one of the things to mainly nothing else sort of works when you're doing this. Over here, you've got your fantastic, this is the actual real motions of it. When it comes down to sort of making clothes come off with this, right? Daz can actually make people undress. I've got the files, I haven't worked out how to do it yet. But you can make her take her pants off slowly, right? The actual pants will slowly fall down her legs, and she'll take... They do amazing things in Daz, right? They pretty well... I'll open up this other website while we're waiting here. And although I've got a file uploading at the moment, and just to give you an idea, there's just no scope. There's nothing that you can think of in the way people interact between each other, in the way that we deal with each other, that isn't covered by Daz motions or Daz scenes or Daz sets. And you've got to remember as well that this is a rich man's tool, and it's also a dream tool. You can create anything you want in this, and people have. And there is sets here that are simply from the furthest corners of someone's imagination that you can never buy on a normal website. You will never see some of the sets that you will discover. I'll show you in 2 seconds when this finishes right into file. Now, file, save as, scene, and I'll save that as, what I call her, no idea, Andrea, Gen 8, I can't even remember the name that I had before. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Alright, hit asset. Now, she's actually saved. I can quickly clear that scene, and should be able to be brought back at any time. And if I had to bake the motions, see, she'll come back bare, right? She might have her clothes on and that's it, but she'll just come back straight. I would have had to bake the emotions, which is, when I had them here, I didn't do it, but because I didn't want it stuck on her. But I would right-click the motions, and then you can bake them to her, and then they'll stay with them. So a whole, and that's how you keep motions stuck to a person, so that when you open up the file, their animations are still connected. All right. Okay, so now scenes. Okay, so close all that off, go back up. I always like to refresh. Poser. Oh man, that's good too. I'm going to have a look at that soon. Now, when we go to environments, okay, so it's simply, you look at your environments, okay, and oh, what's beautiful, what's beautiful? There's so many things that are beautiful. Penthouse suite, alright, full showroom and props. You wouldn't believe how good, gorgeous this stuff is. My computer is pretty fast. Oh, well, wow. Now, I'm going to render that. Have a look at that, eh? You couldn't. I couldn't afford to live there. Anyway, go back to texture, and let's pick something amazing, right? Some of the vehicles, okay? Some of the vehicles are just absolutely unique. That are in here, you know, like an amazing sort of array. You can get normal cars like this beautiful thing, okay? And remember, all animatable, okay? Timeline. I'll put it up to 10. In that 10, I'll say about 4, I want the door to open, okay? Yeah, that's the right one. So, where's the door? Ah, this way. Alright, door to open. And about 9, I'm going to close it, okay? Just to show you. And it's as simple as that. How brilliant is that? Okay? That is fantastically easy. And you can do that with anything, whether it's the wheels rotating, okay? Anything like that. It's just so perfect. Everything you do is just record it. Lovely. And actually what's easier is just to go back. There we go. There we go. Some of the amazing things. Motorbikes. Alright, beautiful bike, alright, or wickedly wild, alright. Center it, hit that button, and you pretty well have to jump between this one here for moving your arrow up and down. Go to this one here if you would like to rotate. You can hit that one there, and then you're actually able to hit your WSID. This is another aspect of Daz that's fantastic. Render. Wow. Okay. Look at that bike, eh? That is amazing. Looks as real as. Okay, so that's a little bit around the props, and what else is amazing? There is just so many things that I will show you in Daz. It's incredible. There's just the most incredible. The landscapes are just amazing. You've got oceans. You have got airport, other planets, magical trees. It's just no end to the imagination that people have had. Beachscapes. When you get into people, landscapes is confused. People is the real folder that you'll get into, and the props. Ugh. Amazing. Crater Towers, Penthouse Suites, School Theatre, props and sets, scene, bang. School Theatre in red. What do you see this? Beautiful. Oh, lovely. Now, we'll go back a bit. With the mouse, I roll back. I don't know any other way. Okay, so you could put someone beautifully dancing on that stage, hit render, and it'll look like this. That's what it'll look like, okay? Now, just to finish off, what I'm going to do is put a person on that stage. We'll close the environments. We'll go up and go to people. Okay, so, where's people? People. And we'll pick someone, Genesis 8 for example. Nope, that folder, Genesis 8. And then we'll go to, have I got any preset characters? Characters. Now, who shall we put on stage? Alright. Who shall we put on stage? Anya. I probably should have turned iRay off before I hit that, but It doesn't usually slow it down too much. I've got a big library of assets, so that's what takes a long time, for it to go through and find the asset. Once it's in my editor moves very quickly. That's why it's so slow to load. Have a bar of chocolate and think about it. Ah, finally it reached the asset. And there she is, my lovely. So we'll go over to here, go up to bring the theatre zone, and jump to there. No. Okay. Now everything will move a bit slower. There. Give some clothing. And then we go to poses, which is where Daz is its most famous. You got animations and you can do anything in this thing, but where it's brilliant is its poses. They're just some of the most naughtiest things you've ever come across. Let's look for something cutie. Cuteness overload. Okay. There you go. Now I could go up to here and go, right, hit 4 and go, right, and then hit 7 and go back to there again. And then I can go to there, hit play. And there is my darling moving on stage. Right. The only thing I forgot to do, I haven't given her a hair, so we'll go back up to poses, back up to hair, any hair, we'll go with this one. And if we want to see what she looks like closely, because she's highlighted, if we hit the frame, okay, now that hair didn't, there she is, looking beautiful. So we can go into NVIDIA Array and you'll see how gorgeous this is. We've got the curtains playing up a little bit. That's nice. If you like the picture, render settings, general, custom, pick what you want. I go for full HD, widescreen, still image, or you can change to movie. And if I hit movie, it'll record all of that. It'll take about 3 days, but it will do it. No, take about maybe 9-10 hours probably. So I'll call the image theatre. And when no scene lights, make sure that you click that one so that it actually gives some light. Hit render. Again, I should have turned off the headlights, but it shouldn't take too long. I'd like to thank you for watching, and if there's anything I can help you with, please let me know. Stay tuned next week. More tips, more tricks, more freebies. Thank you.